Yeah, so you have been going to the gym for a very long time and training as hard as you can, but still noticing that your back is one with the greatest weakness. Well, in today's video, I will be taking you through things you want to avoid to actually bring your back to the level that you want. All right, let's go into today's video. Point number one, avoid not prioritizing muscle-mind connection. Now, there's the reason. When it comes to your back, there's one major muscle that you cannot see. And so feeling with your mind is actually the best way to go. You cannot see it. So what you want to do is you want to reduce the weight and then squeeze your back well while thinking as much of your back as possible. Much research has been done and has shown that thinking about the muscle part that you're building actually has contributed somewhat to growth of those muscles. So avoid not prioritizing muscle-mind connection. So point number two, avoid making your biceps do most of the exercise when it comes to some of the back exercises. Now, a good way to do this is getting a bit of an action in your back when performing the exercise. An example is when performing supinated grip lat pull downs. We have more of the bicep activation going on there, but a slight arch in the back brings most of the focus onto your back instead of only your biceps. Point number three, avoid not using straps. Now, there's this assertion out there that using straps makes you look weak. Making you look weak doesn't make you weak. So try using straps, as you might be leaving one rep or a couple of reps on the table that you could have used to maximize your back gains. And leaving that on the table probably is the reason why your back is not making enough gains. So use straps, use them right. What you want to do when putting on straps is to put them in the direction opposite to your gripping. I'm going to grip this way, so I have my straps going the other way. Then I roll, have them there, and then I grip onto it. That is how to use straps. Point number four, avoid cheating the exercise and using momentum instead of using the muscle itself to pick the weight. Yes, many a times we have people swinging around up and down, moving the weights with momentum. What all this does is it takes away part of the exercise that could have probably helped you in making your back great. But then you use momentum to move the weight and fool yourself upstairs that you're doing it right. You're taking a lot of your gains off the table. So avoid the use of momentum to move the weight. Point number five, avoid not taking enough rest between your sets. What this does is it kind of reduces how much energy you have approaching the next set. Whenever you take rest, you replenish your ATP reserves, allowing you more energy to do the exercise to optimal levels instead of leaving more reps on the table because you just did not have enough energy to finish that set. There's this assertion out there that training hard means not resting enough, whereas that could be somewhat helpful in some type of exercises, not exercises that you seek to really grow muscles with. All right, so avoid not taking enough rest to get your back up. To the sixth point, avoid not training hard enough. Yes, whereas there is a tendency of overtraining, undertraining is also possible, and you don't want to be undertraining nor overtraining. You want to stick somewhere in the middle. Now, this is what it means. You don't want to be sore every single time you're working out. There's a tendency you are overtraining, and you don't want to never be sore because that also presents a tendency of you undertraining. You want to stick somewhere in between where you are pushing yourself to the maximum best that you can. And to reach there, you would need to train harder than before every single time, progressively overloading. Next point, avoid making every single exercise a compound movement. Now, that may sound funny, but the thing is that many a times we have people using too much weight. All that does is make you perform the exercises using more of momentum as compared to moving the weights with your muscles. You want to cut the weights down to levels where you are able to use your muscles to actually move the weights. And that's the only way you can actually build a great back. Reduce the weight, avoid using too much heavy weights, pause, use weights that gradually you overload to actually get your gains. All right. Next point, avoid changing your exercises too often. This is what I mean. Do not perform one exercise today and then next week you change that exercise to another. Don't keep changing your exercises every week. Yes, I get asked many a times that why do we do so many exercises? We do not actually do them, but we know them. Now, this is the reason. You want to know them so you know and figure out which one of them actually works for you. Do not do every exercise you're seeing online. Try them, and how to try them is taking them through about a month of constant usage to see whether or not they work for you. Don't change your exercises every time. Allow yourself grow under that exercise before changing it. Find out whether or not the exercise works for you. And that brings me to the final point. The final point is stop doing the wrong exercises, because you need to take every exercise through about a month of usage to find out whether or not it's helping your body. Listen to your body. If it's helping it, then you do such exercises. If it's not, you don't have to do it. Not everything you see posted on social media or on YouTube is an exercise that works for you. Choose exercises that target your back well, as even in bodybuilding, we have people with very high lats insertions and people with lower ones. We have people with very great rear delts and others that don't have. So choose exercises that conform more to building your body and not every other person's body. Now we've come to the end of today's video, and I hope that you've found some of the things you can avoid to bring your back up. All right? Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and smash the subscribe button to come back for more. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.